Hello and welcome to the William S. Hart Union High School District. Today we're going to show you how to send a copy job to the District Copy Center using the Q Direct system from your local copy machine at your school. Please keep in mind that today we're working on the Work Center 5775 system at West Ranch High School. This system is also located at some other schools in our district. You will find different copy machines in different areas of the district. The interface might look a little bit different, but the idea is still the same, and all of the functions that you see on this system today will be available on all systems throughout the William S. Hart Union High School District. So let's go ahead and get started. When we first begin, we see the option of workflow scanning on the right side of our panel. If you're on one of the other machines, you may see network scanning, and it's the same function. We're going to go ahead and click workflow scanning to begin, and we're going to enter our 6-digit code twice. Please keep in mind that you can enter your 6-digit account ID using either the numeric keypad on the console, or you can use the touchpad directly. We'll go ahead and hit enter, verifying our ID, and now we're in. The next thing we need to do is decide whether we have one-sided originals or two-sided originals. A one-sided original is simply an original document that only has one side, the other side is blank. The other would be an original where there's printing on both sides. So, we're going to start by selecting a one-sided original. And now we get these 6 options. And again, the options will look slightly different on a different machine, but they're all the same options. So we're going to go through and take you through step by step. First, we'll start off by selecting our user ID. Again, you could use the touchpad or the numeric controls on the console right here, and we'll click next. The next thing it asks us for is, do we want plain paper or drilled paper? Drilled paper is simply another way of saying 3-hole punched paper. So for this copy job, we're going to go ahead and select plain paper. I'll click next. Next, it asks for the number of copies. So this is the number of duplications that you wish to have for this particular copy job. I'm going to go ahead and have one for each of my students in my econ class, so I'll select 80 and click next. Two-sided printing. Do I want the final result to be printed on one side of the page only or two sides? For this particular one, I want two-sided. And please note that the default setting is now duplex printing, two-sided printing. And that's just to save paper and save costs for all of us here in the Hart District. We'll click next. This next panel here has a set of different choices than what we're used to in the Hart District, so I want to draw your attention to them. There are 3 choices on this panel on how you want your output to be received. It's collate, staple, or uncollate. C for collate means that your copies will be delivered to you in the order in which they were received. They will be sorted in order, but they will not be stapled together. So it's almost like getting packets, but unstapled packets. That's collate. S for staple means you are going to select, you want stapled packets. This is when I create packets for my students, I most often create stapled packets. And I think this is true for many teachers. The uncollated option, if you select U, and again, uppercase or lowercase makes no difference. Uncollated means that you drop your papers into the input tray at the top of the copy machine, and when you get your copies back, they will be separated into separate piles. And they will not be put together as packets. They will not be stapled. They will be in discrete, separate piles when you get them back from the District Copy Center. So you select one of these 3 choices. In this case, I would like to select stapled. I'll click next. And now this is another new choice for us this year in the Hart District, and this is business days from now. What we were noticing is that some users, many of us, we simply place a copy order for the next day. We lesson plan today. We get our copies ready today in preparation for tomorrow. We make our copies for tomorrow. However, some teachers are very well planned and very well prepared and know well in advance what copies they're going to need. And as a result, they're able to place that order several days in advance. This can be very helpful for the District Copy Center, but it's particularly helpful if you can place your order a few days in advance, and that gives the District Copy Center extra flexibility when it comes to being able to fulfill your order. So if I don't need these right away, I can select the number of business days from now that I would like them to be delivered to me. So let's say today is Monday, and I don't need these until Friday. I'm going to go ahead and select 4 business days from now, and click Next. And that gives the District Copy Center flexibility. And actually, we're all done here, so I'm going to click Done. That's our final choice. So this is going to help to streamline the workflow and hopefully make it so that our already very high rate of success in terms of fulfillment can be even higher. All right, so we've selected all of our options. We now go ahead and put the paper into the input tray at the top of the copy machine, and we're simply going to push the green Start button, and our copy job will be on the way. Make sure to review your order confirmation carefully to ensure that all the specifications are correct and that your job actually went through successfully. Again, you're going to get 2 pieces of paper. One will almost always say filed successfully because this is coming from the machine itself. But what you want is that confirmation that says your scanned document was accepted for processing at the central server. That is the way you know that it's right. If you ordered more than 999 copies in a single job, the first page will say filed successfully. However, the second page will give you an error notice. It's going to say rejected. Now, the reason it's going to tell you is because of an invalid user ID, but really it's because you placed more than 999 copies in a single order. So just split it up if you need to. Now we're going to use the QDirect system to send a copy job with 2-sided originals. So we begin by selecting 2-sided originals, and then we will go through the same process again. User ID. And you know what, this time I'm going to go ahead. I would like the paper, my output, to be 3-hole punched. So I'm going to select number 2, which is drilled paper, and click Next. For this, I'm going to need 150 copies, and I will click Next. For this side, I again would like 2-sided printing. My original is 2-sided, meaning I have print on both the front and the back of my original, and I would like to keep that the same and continue with 2-sided printing for my copies. So I'll go ahead and select Yes on that. For this one, I would like for my copies to be uncollated. So I would like for there to be separate stacks of individuals so that I can hand these out. Let's say that I'm making 1 set of copies to hand out at the beginning of the period, and then 1 set of copies will be the homework for that night. And so I would like for them to be in separate piles. So I'm going to go ahead and select uncollated for this. All right, so my final option is how many business days from now would I like this? Now again, the default is 1, and that means that you will get it the next school day as long as you're placing the order by 4 p.m. I'm placing this order before 4 p.m., so I'm all right. So I'm going to go ahead and now select Done. And I have all of my options inputted. I'm now going to go ahead and place the 2-sided original in the input tray at the top of the copy machine. And I will go ahead and I'm going to select the green, push the green Start button off to the right. And my copy job is now on the way to the District Copy Center. Once again, we're making sure that we check that confirmation report as soon as it comes out to make sure that our job was submitted successfully. Please also note that in business days from now, the Xerox system identifies a business day as all days Monday through Friday. The Xerox system does not recognize holidays, does not recognize fall break, winter break, spring break, summer vacation. It does not recognize any of those days. It simply acknowledges that any day that is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday is a business day. We have had some of our teachers accidentally or unknowingly try to enter a date. So I need it on September 2nd, so 090213. When they do this, they're saying that they need their copies 90,213 days from now. And that means you're probably going to be retired by then. Please make sure that you enter the number of Monday through Friday days, business days, that's what Xerox considers a business day, from now that you need it. Finally, please note that the District Copy Center is designed for volume. And so there is a 50-page minimum number required to submit jobs to the District Copy Center. An order of fewer than 50 pages will be rejected, and you should make this particular copy job at the site. Thank you for joining us here in the exciting world of network copying here in the William S. Hart Union High School District. Have a great day.